Welcome to Red Eye. I'm Greg Gutfeld, or as I'm known by the Arizona Park Service, the Phoenix Flasher. Let's go to TV's Andy Levy for a pregame report. Hey, Andy, what's coming up on tonight's show?
Thanks, Greg, and you're not doing it right, America. Coming up on the big show, a women's group calls for the withholding of sex for 1 week as a protest for reproductive rights. The shocking story that doesn't affect me in the slightest bit. Plus, is that hot woman with the Kindle on the subway reading a steamy erotica novel? Well, probably not, but don't ruin it for me. And finally, he's best known as the co-star of Backwash. Comedian, actor, writer, and director Michael Ian Black joins us to talk about all this, plus his new book. Greg?
Thank you, Andy.
Happy Ides of March, Greg.
Thanks, Andy. I'm glad you didn't say beware the Ides of March.
Why would I say that?
I was just making a joke.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like there's some kind of conspiracy to put an end to your time as Red Eye host or anything.
I didn't think there was, Andy.
Good.
Is that all?
Yep.
Well, okay, then let's welcome...
Hey, Greg.
Yeah?
Hey, after the show, can you meet me and Bill out back? We have a petition we want you to look at.
Sure, I guess.
Cool.
Hey, Andy, next time we do this thing, you might want to let the director know beforehand.
I did let the control room know, Greg.
Oh, you did? But they still went to Katie during this bit.
I know, but I can't take the heat for
No,
that.
we're not starting over. What are you talking about?
Oh!
No. What do you mean? All right, are we back on? Excellent. Let's welcome our guests. Come on. Awesome. How can you do that? How do you stop a show when it's
great.
just because of a stupid mistake? All right. Here we go. Keep going. Let's welcome our guest. Well, she's cuter than 1,000 ladybugs feasting on the corpse of the Snuggles Bear. It's Katie Pavlich, news editor for townhall.com and Town Hall Magazine. Well, he's so sharp he belches lawn darts. Bill Whittle, founder of the movie corporation Declaration Entertainment. And drugs speak at campuses about the dangers of Bill Schultz. It's my repulsive sidekick, Bill Schultz. And if wit were rehab, Tom Sizemore would enter him regularly. Sitting right next to me, actor, writer, comedian, he's all three, and he has 3 names, Michael Ian Black. His latest book, Wonderful, came out last month. It's called You're Not Doing It Right. And he's the world's cheapest puppet. It's our New York Times correspondent. Good to see you again, Pinch.
Today on Timecast, our online muckrakers record a White House meeting between British Prime Minister David Cameron and the greatest president of any century. Here's a taste. Obama. Thank you for coming and taking time to meet with us, Prime Minister. Cameron, cheers, mate, and back at you with the wicked googly governor. Apologies on making such a bloody mess of the Oval Office. And just got back from me chimney sweeping, and between pounding pints of ale and noshing on fish and chips, I'm utterly knackered, mate. God save the Queen and supercalifragilisticexpialidocious to you and yours, bloke.
Well done. All right. Should they be allowed to slay, a symbol of the USA? Well, an American Indian tribe in Wyoming has just been granted permission to kill 2 bald eagles for religious purposes. I know. Yet the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service issued the permit after the Northern Arapaho tribe. Arapaho? That makes me a racist?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. Well, finally, everybody knows. They filed a federal lawsuit claiming that refusal to do so violates their religious freedom. It's a fight that began 7 years ago when a tribal member killed a bald eagle for use in his tribe's annual Sundance. American Indians can already apply for eagle feathers and carcasses from a federal depository. That must be a fun place to work. But apparently those birds are often rotten or unfit for their ceremonies. Says a member of the Northern Arapaho Business Council, quote, "That's unacceptable. How would a non-Indian feel if they had to get their Bible from a repository?" For analysis, let's go live to Elevator Cat. EC? I don't know how I feel about that. But that's not the issue here, Michael. We can talk about that later. Thank you for helping me out on the pronunciation of the Indian tribe.
Arapaho, that one?
Yeah, that was really very helpful. Very few guests would jump in and do that.
Well, I'm part Arapaho myself.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's not true, but yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? Why am I not surprised that you would lie about something like that? Okay, bald eagles, killing them. That's like shredding our Constitution.
Well, under the First Amendment, we have the right to shred our Constitution if we so desire. You can shred the Constitution and you can kill a bald eagle as long as they're not endangered, and these guys aren't endangered.
They're not endangered anymore. They used to be endangered.
Well, right. When I say they're not endangered, that implies anymore.
Right. But you know, I mean, I'm torn on this because, you know, it is it doesn't matter that it's an international bird.
Well,
True, it has
I'm
an
not
attitude.
crazy about killing any animals,
Yes.
but you know, like if they want to kill chimpanzees, like I'm going to be upset about it.
Yeah.
But you know, if it's part of their religious heritage, I guess I can't really object. It seems to me the people who are staunch defenders of religious freedom, the people who are claiming that there's an attack on religious freedom here in this country, should be behind this and say, yeah, it's their religion. They should be able to do it.
That's an interesting point, Mr. Whittle, in the fact that it's almost like. Well, is it a slippery slope that if you believe in the contraception thing, you also should be believing in defending this as well? Or if you're defending the opt-out, you should also defend eating eagles or killing eagles?
Well, first of all, if they ever make chicken the state bird, there's going to be a lot of conservation confliction around here. The Americans have put up with anything in the name of religious freedom, honestly. And this is what Sandra Fluck did wrong. She should not have testified in front of Pelosi's little Potemkin Village thing. She should have gone out into the Black Hills and started a little tribe and said, my religion dictates that I believe that all Americans should be supplied contraceptives by bald eagles that have to land on the backs of Catholics and have them little condoms attached to their razor-sharp talons.
This is how you handle the drug issue, too.
All of it.
If I could just start a religion about
Yes.
Percocets, I don't have to lie to my doctor anymore.
Well, in fact, the Native Americans do have religious exceptions to the drugs. They can use peyote, they can use ayahuasca because it's part of their religious tradition.
You are not lying either at this point.
No, at this point, I'm not lying.
No, you need to open that up.
But
to
I am
Delana,
part
though.
Arapaho, so I can take all the ayahuasca I want.
Exactly. And this is great having you here because if we're any outraged Native Americans, we can say that you're our expert.
Yes.
Okay. Katie, if a bald eagle dies off, should we then revert to the original symbol of America, which I believe is the beagle, but I'm not sure.
The beagle?
I don't know.
I don't think that the beagle was ever the original American symbol. I think we should keep the eagle.
Yes.
But these Native Americans can save themselves a lot of time and energy if they just go to a massive wind farm. Because they kill thousands of eagles every year. So they can just sit there and rain down and collect their eagle feathers right there, and they'll be good to go. They don't have to go to the federal government to get them.
They're kind of diced, though, aren't they? Those
A little bit, but you know, the feathers, I mean, they're regular chopped up, but it's an easier way to get at them, for sure.
I am impressed how you were able to weave in a criticism of alternative energy into a story about bald eagle massacres.
They kill our national bird just as they're killing our national energy, Greg.
Well, you know, Bill Schultz, you're our country's national hermaphrodite. What if they wanted to kill you for a religious act? Would you want us to defend you?
What if I was delicious?
Yes.
The turkey, Ben Franklin wanted the turkey to be our national bird. And as we all know, turkey is delish. I want them to not only kill the eagle, I want them to eat it and let us know if it is, in fact, a culinary delight. And bad on you for not mentioning the fact that Obama is a secret Arapaho. A lot of people don't know that.
That is related to him.
Being a Native American is awesome. That's what we've learned.
your shirt.
No. I want to show my pride for the red man with my sunburn.
That's right.
You can kill eagles. You can take peyote. You can have casinos. You can sell super cheap smokes. I'm going to convert. Call me Dances with Bears. I, from now on, am an Arapaho.
You've always been called Dances with Bears down.
But that is only in certain parts of New York.
Consider how popular the bald eagle and how populous the bald eagle would be in this country if they were, in fact, delicious.
We don't know.
And then we started eating them more. The next thing you know, you've got the McEagle at McDonald's. What better symbol of America could there be?
Yes.
The McEagle with fries.
Eagle nuggets. They're made to be nuggets.
You know, the funny thing is, you know the bald eagle has no idea that it's bald.
Well,
It's not bald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has white feathers.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
But it has also no idea that it's a national bird, right?
No, it
Well,
totally
don't
knows.
speak for
What's
the
the
eagle.
point of being a bald eagle if you don't know that you're the national
Have you
bird?
seen
Have you ever
them
seen those
fly?
things fly?
Yeah.
Those guys know absolutely that they're the national
Yeah.
bird.
They're pretty
those guys
confident.
don't dick around. They're out
Yeah.
there like, got anything you want to take a shot at me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody want to take a shot at me?
Yeah.
They'll
No,
come down and pick you up.
I am no ornithologist, but eagles cannot speak the Queen's English. And that is a fact.
All right.
No lie.
From bird fights to women's rights, they're stirring the debate by making men wait. Yep, a women's group, is there really any other kind, is calling for lasses across the land to withhold sex from their mates for 1 week because, as they note, quote, if our reproductive choices are denied, so are yours. Liberal Ladies Who Lunch, that's their name, put together the event called Access Denied Sex Strike. That sounds pretty cool. And the founder described the motivation thusly. American men enjoy the benefits of women making their own choices about when to get pregnant. If women can't get reliable birth control, they will just have to keep their legs crossed to prevent pregnancy. Even married women, I don't think anyone wants that. So how will men pass the time during the sex strike? I believe we have tape. Who needs sex when you're doing that? Katie, you're the woman here.
Yes.
This movement, or whatever you want to call this, assumes men need or enjoy more sex, or sex more than women do. Isn't that in itself sexist?
I would say that is sexist, yes. I think this campaign should be renamed Liberal Women Go on a Strike Against the Non-Existent Contraception Ban. In the process, making it seem like women are only good for sex, because that's exactly what they're doing. If you look at that photo, it says access denied. So boys, I guess it's open until April 28th. So get your goods in now, because it's open for a couple days prior and it'll be open after that. Apparently there's access open all the time for these women.
Welcome back. Let's find out if we've gotten anything wrong so far.
No, what can we have possibly gotten wrong so far?
Hey, for that, we go to TV's Andy Levy. Andy,
Yes, Greg.
what did we get wrong? Lots?
Something I don't understand. According to Harlequin Executive VP for Digital, that's the publishing company, he says the romance genre, encompassing a range of fiction types from traditional romance to Christian romance, Amish romance, and erotica, makes up 17% of sales of adult fiction. How is Amish romance getting on ebooks?
What?
Yeah.
I see Amish people at Walmart all the time.
But they can't read.
I don't get it.
They can't use Kindles.
Yeah, exactly.
Hand-cranked Kindles.
Is that right? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
The internet.
it's
Actually,
it's
if
growing.
someone else like logs on for them and possibly holds it, they can do it. The English, as they call us, are allowed to help them with stuff. They just can't do it themselves. Loopholes, my dear. Loopholes.
Sure.
That's a dance club.
You are
Yes.
weird.
Loopholes wanted to support that team.
Yes.
Yeah.
T-shirts, everyone.
Lastly, Greg, ebooks do actually have covers, so Fabio will be just fine.
Ah, phew.
Yep.
I had no idea.
Now you do.
All right.
All right.
See you later.
Bye.
Brings everything. Was it uncouth to sell dolls of Booth? Well, last week, the bookstore at Gettysburg Museum removed bobbleheads of John Wilkes Booth, seen here, that's the actual doll, after some visitors and a prominent historian said they felt Abraham Lincoln's killer shouldn't be commemorated with a souvenir. Said the Lincoln scholar, quote, look how close he is to Lincoln. It's inappropriate to celebrate a criminal who took the life of a great American whose memory and words are celebrated at Gettysburg. It's like selling Lee Harvey Oswald's stuffed dolls at the Kennedy Center. There goes my idea. The company that manufactured the bobblehead didn't see a problem, calling it a gag gift for Civil War buffs. So let's discuss this in the
lightning round. Lightning round.
Michael Ian Black, or Mib, as I like to call you. Too soon. Will there never be a good time for JWB bobbleheads?
Just not there. Don't sell it there.
Yeah.
The John Wilkes Booth Pez dispenser, mwah, terrific. That I like. The bobblehead doll, no.
Yeah, I can understand if there was a giant emporium of bobbleheads where you just can get any bobblehead you want. But why do you have to make it specific to the Gettysburg? Bill W., where do you stand on this? Tasteless, or just weird?
Everybody loves bobbleheads, but I agree, it's just too soon, Greg.
Yeah, it's too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I was just over the river at the Alexander Hamilton, Aaron Burr dueling site in Weehawken, and I'm just now finally to the point where I can look at that without really, you know, tearing up.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think, man, that's just, everybody knows where you were when you heard the news, right?
Yes.
There's Alexander Burr lying on the ground looking over at the Empire State Building, all these people looking down on him. It's embarrassing, man. But you can, over time heals. But, you know, the Booth thing, I don't know. It's just raw. It's just raw. It's still, it's like a raw nerve for me.
In a way, it is. I mean, he's an icon. You don't want to on your icons, excuse me.
I like to
From the top now.
No, but here's the thing. If you look at time, Katie, as this, we've been around 4,000 years, right?
The United States?
No, the world.
Oh, yeah,
4,000 years. 4,000 years.
It's 6.
It's not. It's 6,000. Oh, it's 6,000.
reasonable.
Be scientific.
Please be reasonable. We totaled up all
We
the
stopped riding dinosaurs 4,000
Yeah,
years
this
ago.
is actually theoretically just yesterday. I mean, it really is. And I mean, I don't know. It's just weird because the device, as we said before, is whimsical, and you can't tie something whimsical to something murderous.
I think that getting made into a bobblehead is embarrassing. I think they should be upset that Abraham Lincoln got made into a bobblehead and left Booth there. Don't you think it's a little embarrassing for him?
I would like one day to be a bobblehead. And some say I already am.
6,000 years,
I was just
right?
going to
In
say,
6,000 years,
I don't
right?
mean to disagree with Katie, but if the day ever comes where there is for sale on a store someplace a bobblehead of me, my life is complete at that point. Anything beyond that is gravy. If you are if you're an action figure or any kind of manufactured likeness of you, you have arrived in America today.
Yeah.
This might be a male-female
Or you're a
divide
murderer
thing.
of a president.
You think
right?
so? It's a gender thing?
Oh, all men, I think, want to be made into bobbleheads at some point.
Yeah,
Action figures?
Yeah.
Not dolls, though, because that's a little, you know.
I'll take a doll. I'll take anything. Anything that has my likeness in it. That's why I have children.
Yeah.
Purely to replicate myself.
Would
Well, then Michael, too?
would
Michael 1, Michael 2.
would like a shrine of some kind made out of magazine
Oh,
clips?
let's not go overboard. But yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, there's something I want to show you later that I just made.
Oh, really? I'd like to see
it's
that.
nice. A lot of candles and some interviews with you in local magazines.
Huh.
Yes.
It's got a tile floor.
Bill, as a Confederate, you must applaud the sale of souvenirs like these.
Well, it brings up a good point, because when they said, oh, this is just a gag gift for Civil War buffs, let's call it what it is. This is a gag gift for Confederate buffs. The Union fans aren't going to be much of a buyer of this.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if you look at it as a tribute, which I believe, then you shouldn't have a tribute to John Wilkes Booth.
It doesn't hit
Yeah,
too,
it doesn't
but
work.
a bobblehead
not a
in and of
tribute,
itself
though.
doesn't
No, a
hit.
bobblehead is a tribute.
No, a bobblehead is just a thing. It
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
hit, like a bobblehead of John Wilkes Booth doesn't hit close to home. One of Katharine Hepburn, that hits close to home.
And
gotta move.
is he being portrayed heroically? Is he bobbling heroically? Does have more of a villainous sort
How
of...
can
He has a gun in his hand, man.
It's a bob. It's a bobbing thing. All right, we got.
If it's a John Wilkes Booth bobblehead served in the McEagle Happy Meal, I might feel pretty good about that.
You are worse than bobbleheaded Hitler.
Back to TV's Andy Levy for the post-game wrap-up.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, Katie, I hear there's still a GOP presidential race going on or something?
There sure is, and townhall.com has an amazing election page for you to keep up with it. And moving forward, Town Hall Magazine has an awesome story about voter fraud in the March issue, so go check it out.
Excellent. Bill Whittle, first of all, you lied about the Quaker thing.
I did not. You're using Wikipedia, my friend. You have to go to the congressional record. It's
Again,
right there.
people think I use Wikipedia, and yet I don't. But more importantly than the fact that you'll never be back on the show because you're a liar, what's going on over
so that's disqualifying?
What's going on over at DeclarationEntertainment.com?
Oh, we just finished a feature film called The Arroyo about the situation down in Katie's neck of the woods.
It's
down
pronounced
in Arizona.
Arapaho.
It's pronounced Arapaho.
Also,
My
I'm
mistake.
guessing it's full of lies.
Well, that's a sweet thing to say. What a sweet thing to say. You know, I'm on the receiving end of these booking calls, and it's not like there's a line around the block here. I was outside the building, and there's not a line of conservatives waiting to get on this show.
All right. Well, now at a time, I wanted to ask Michael about sequel to Wet Hot American Summer.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Back to you, Greg.
All right, thanks, Andy. Katie, thank you. Bill, Bill Whittle, yay. Michael Ian Black, yay. That does it for me. I'm just gonna wave. Look at me waving you. Still waving. Not to stop.